Mai-involve lang ang Pilipinas kung ang gobyerno niya, katulad ng gobyerno ngayon ni Marcos Jr., choose to be involved and choose to get involved.
Kasama si Professor Ana Malindug. Uy, Prof, maupay na gabi. Admar Vilando, kasama si Jason Rubrico sa SMNA Nightline News. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Maraming salamat sa pag-imbatan niyo sa akin dito sa inyong programang Nightline News. Jason and Admar, at ako'y natutuwa at nandito ulit ako. Maraming salamat.
Prof, hindi ba makakaiwas ang isang bansa kung ang dalawang bansa ay merong sigalot at titindi yung kanyang sigalot? Kasi hindi naman ito, meron na tayong halimbawa dyan sa Ukraine and Russia, dyan po sa Israel and Iran, meron din mga kapitbahay na mga bansa din po yan eh. Hindi ba pwedeng hindi masali tayo? Kasi ang nabanggit natin po, nabanggit kasi ng ating Pangulo na hindi may iwasan na madamay o ma-involve ang Pilipinas sakaling tumindi ang tensyon sa pagitan ng China, Estados Unidos at itong Taiwan.
Actually, hindi ako naniniwala dun sa sinasabi ng ating Pangulong Marcos Jr. na hindi daw maiiwasan na hindi ma-involve ang Pilipinas kapag nagkaroon ng military escalation, or let us say, to be very blunt about it, na halimbawa magkaroon ng military conflict or war dyan sa Taiwan Strait. I don't agree with him on these things, to be very frank. Because ako naniniwala na ang kanyang una kasi, ang sinasabi ni Marcos Jr. during the time na na-interview siya sa India, during yung visit niya, state visit niya sa India na 5 araw, I think, ang tinanong kasi sa kanya is all about yung Pilipinas, if in any case the Philippines will get involved in a military conflict or in any case a war that would break out in the Taiwan Strait, na hindi natin alam kung paano mangyayari yun. Kasi ang sinasabi nila invasion of China sa Taiwan, which is I don't believe in it, to be very honest. Ang magkakaroon lang ng military conflict dyan sa Taiwan Strait if the Americans will be involved. Yun lang talaga yan. Kapag the Americans will not get involved, I don't think a military conflict in the Taiwan Strait will erupt or would explode or to that extent. Pero kasi ang sinasabi ni Marcos Jr., hindi daw maiiwasan ng Pilipinas na ma-involve precisely because of 2 reasons. First and foremost, ang sabi niya proximity because of the geography. The second one, ang sinasabi niya is evacuation daw, or dahil marami tayong mga OFW in Taiwan. That is really a wrong assumption. That's a very simplistic view of looking at the situation. First and foremost, yes, geography. Kasi geostrategic ang location natin. But one thing that you have to remember, it's not only the Philippines ang geostrategic ang location. There are other states that are actually within Southeast Asia na geostrategic ang location. Let for example, Vietnam. But what is the difference between Vietnam and the Philippines at the moment when you talk about Marcos Jr. administration? Unang-una, ang Vietnam is very solid sa kanyang posisyon na independent ng foreign policy niya. Wala silang military troops, wala silang military bases, and they are pursuing their own strategic interests through strategic autonomy and independence. So ganun ang posisyon ng Vietnam, at sinasabi ng Vietnam na when it comes to affairs na hindi sila involved or internal affairs, because Taiwan is an internal affairs of China. It's not something that we should interfere because that is already a violation of what you call internal interference in the domestic affairs of a state. So basic yan dapat. At saka tayo Pilipinas, we accordingly we adhere to one China policy, which is the basis of what you call official diplomatic ties ng Pilipinas at ng China. So dapat talaga, basic yan, hindi ka mag-interfere sa affairs or sa anything that has something to do with Taiwan, because Taiwan, again, is part of China. Ang sinasabi niya, due proximity, ang geostrategic interest, ang proximity, no, I don't think so. Mai-involve lang ang Pilipinas kung ang gobyerno niya, katulad ng gobyerno ngayon ni Marcos Jr., choose to be involved and choose to get involved. In a way, ang mangyayari dyan, kasi madadrag ka in a way sa conflict dyan if in any case, of course, we don't want that to happen sa Taiwan Strait, dahil ang mga Amerikano nasa Pilipinas, you have the 9 EDCA sites. These are military bases of the Americans facing Taiwan, and many of them are located near Taiwan. So in a way, kapag ginamit yan, at saka yung ibang EDCA sites facing South China Sea, kasi the sea are connected, talagang madadrag tayo. But not necessarily because we want to. Precisely because sa panahon ni Marcos Jr., pinapagamit niya ang Pilipinas sa mga Amerikano when it comes to military bases, when it comes to military troops, when it comes to deployment of military high-level assets like Typhoon missile system and others, na high-level, high-grade military assets na nakastock sa Pilipinas. Ang tanong, bakit yan nandyan sa Pilipinas? Is it for our own internal defense? Of course not. It is for the strategic interest of the United States vis-a-vis China and to operationalization ng Amerika dyan. One is South China Sea, pero mahirap ang South China Sea kasi maraming claimant states. On the other hand is the Taiwan Strait. So may involve ka lang kung hahayaan ng gobyerno natin na ma-involve ka. At hahayaan mo na maging forward-based ka ng Amerikano over Taiwan against China or maging launching pad ka ang iyong teritoryo. But if the government will not allow that, then we will not get involved. Second point ni Marcos Jr., which I don't agree, is evacuation ng ating tinatawag na overseas Filipino workers sa Taiwan. Yes, I know, marami tayo dyan. I've been to Taiwan many times. I've known Taiwan in terms of its location, in terms of what it is as a region. Marami tayo talagang mga kababayan na nandun, nagtatrabaho, maganda ang buhay nila, nag-earn sila ng malaking pera. However, when you talk about evacuation, it is a humanitarian issue. It is not something that has something to do with war, or it's not something to be used as a basis for being engaged in a war that is not our own making at wala tayong pakialam dyan at hindi natin yan issue, and at the same time we will not survive if we will be dragged into it. In any case, something happened there. So hindi ako naniniwala kasi ang evacuation is a humanitarian. Ang masusolve mo yung issue na yan by coordination, protocols, and katulad ngayon, di ba? What happened in Ukraine? A war broke out in there. So what we did as a country, kung may mga tao tayo, mga Filipino tayo doon, it's a humanitarian issue. We coordinate with proper authorities para mailabas natin ng mabuti ang ating mga kababayan. Ganon din ang mangyayari dyan if in any case. But of course, God forbid, sana wala, because the whole region will be affected and we will be affected, of course, in many ways. So yun yung sinasabi ko. Kaya hindi ako nag-agree kay Marcos Jr. na sinasabi niya, madadrag ang Pilipinas because of our OFW and our geo proximity. It's always a choice. We always have a choice as a country kung magiging neutral tayo sa mga issues na ganito o hindi. Now, the problem with Marcos Jr. is he's not neutral. Even in his own thinking, he's not neutral. And he puts the country in that very dangerous position. In the very first place, wala tayo, matutupok tayo. Kasi ang unang titirahin dyan, kapag nagkaroon ng conflict, is syempre, ang Pilipinas, kasi nasa atin ang mga bases na malapit sa Taiwan ng Amerika. So katulad din yan ng Second World War. Why is it that na-drag ang Pilipinas sa Second World War at tayo ang tinira at pinulbos din tayo ng mga Japanese? It's precisely because during that time, the biggest contingent in terms of military arms and military boots on the ground and even military bases during the Second World War was nasa Pilipinas. Kaya tayo din ay tinarget. It's precisely because of that. Then history will repeat itself. Kasi ngayon din, sa panahon na to, makikita mo na ang mga military assets sa Asia Pacific region ay ngayon pinipivot ng United States to the Philippines kasi ginagawa nga tayong proxy and pawn ng Amerika. And even just today, I read a news na nandyan ata sa Pilipinas ang isa sa mga officer or official ng isang defense think tank, American defense think tank, at inaamin niya na ngayon may may defense and military shift focus ang United States from Europe, from Middle East going to Indo-Pacific, which is the Asia-Pacific region basically. At sinasabi nila na they would want to focus on the Philippines and finance the Philippines or put more arms and weapons in the Philippines. Kasi the Philippines is a geostrategic, very strategic ang position ng Pilipinas. And inaamin din nila na ang kanilang competitor talaga is China. So you can see, even the Americans, they are not lying about this. They're already giving us the idea na gano'n ang mangyayari sa Pilipinas. Ang tanong lang dito lagi, Jason and Admar, is kung papayag ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas na gawin siyang pawn, gawin siyang launchpad, or gawin siyang forward base. Ngayon, kung pumapayag si BBM, talagang mangyayari sa atin yun. Now, kung hindi siya papayag, at babaguhin niya ang kanyang foreign policy at ang kanyang trajectory ng kanyang foreign policy, then we will be spared from any kind of harm at
Opo.
magsusurvive ang Pilipinas.